You're repeating the same pattern, and your soul is trying to tell you something. Here's how to read it. You keep meeting the same kind of person. The faces change, but the story doesn't. Same wall, same wound, same argument in a different room. And you've probably told yourself it's just bad luck. It isn't. That loop is the clearest message your soul has ever sent you. And today you're going to learn to read it. Here's my promise. By the end of this, you'll be able to name the 3 patterns that keep circling back in your life, and you'll understand why they keep coming. Not vaguely, specifically. The step most people skip is the last one. So stay with me because that's where everything finally clicks. First, let's kill the biggest myth. Karma is not the universe keeping a scorecard, waiting to punish you. That's a fear story someone taught you. Real karma is quieter than that. Think of it less like a courtroom and more like a classroom. And every classroom has one thing in common: a curriculum you haven't finished yet. So try this reframe. Karma is your soul's curriculum. It's the set of lessons you came here to learn, carried across more than one lifetime. When you pass a lesson, it stops repeating. When you avoid it, the universe doesn't punish you. It simply enrolls you again. Same class, new semester, until you finally understand it. And that reframe changes everything. Punishment makes you a victim, waiting for something bad to happen. A curriculum makes you a student, holding the pen. One says the pattern is happening to you. The other says the pattern is happening for you, trying to teach you something you keep walking past. Now, why do these lessons cross lifetimes at all? Because your soul is older than this body. Imagine it as a traveler who's worn many coats. Each life is a coat. When one wears out, the traveler moves on, but they carry the same unfinished questions into the next coat. Those questions are your karma. Before you came here, something happened that most people never consider. Your soul made a plan. Call it a soul contract, a rough agreement about the lessons, the relationships, and the hard doorways you'd walk through in this life. You forgot the plan the moment you arrived, but the plan didn't forget you. So how do you read a contract you can't remember? You look at what repeats. Your patterns are the fingerprints of that agreement. The universe can't hand you the paperwork, so it hands you the same situation again and again, hoping you'll finally read it out loud. Let's find yours. There are 3. Pattern number 1 is your relationship loop. This is the type of person you keep attracting and the exact way it keeps ending. Maybe you always fall for the unavailable one. Maybe you become the caretaker until you disappear. Maybe you get abandoned right when you open up. Notice the shape, because the shape is the lesson. I know what you're thinking. Everyone has bad relationships. That's just life. True. But there's a difference between variety and repetition. Bad luck looks random. Karma looks like a rerun. If you could swap the names of 3 past partners and the story would still make sense, that's not luck. That's your curriculum knocking. Pattern number 2 is your reaction loop. Not what happens to you, but what you do the instant pressure hits. Do you shut down and vanish? Do you over-explain and shrink? Do you attack before anyone can leave first? This reflex is old. It's the survival move your soul learned in another life and never put down. Watch yourself the next time you feel that flash of fear or anger. Your reaction will be automatic, faster than thought. That speed is the clue. Anything that fast wasn't decided today. It was rehearsed for lifetimes. And the reflex that once kept you safe is often the exact thing keeping you stuck now. Quick pause, because this next part is where most people finally see themselves. If this is landing, if you're recognizing your own loops right now, subscribe so the pattern work keeps finding you. Now, pattern 3 is the deepest, and it's the one almost everyone gets wrong. Let's go there. Pattern number 3 is your core belief loop. The one sentence you secretly believe about yourself. I'm too much. I'm not enough. Love always leaves. It's not safe to be seen. You didn't choose this belief. You inherited it across lifetimes, and every relationship and reaction above it is just proof you keep collecting for the case. Here's how the 3 connect. The core belief is the root. The reaction is the branch. The relationship is the fruit you keep tasting and calling bitter. Most people spend their whole life picking different fruit, changing partners, changing cities, and wondering why it tastes the same. It tastes the same because the root never moved. So take a breath and actually do this. Think of your last 3 heartbreaks or conflicts. Line them up. Ask one question. What did all 3 make me feel about myself? That feeling, that exact sentence, is your karmic signature. It's the lesson you came here to complete. And naming it is more than half the work. Now remember I said the last step is the one people skip? Here it is. Recognizing your pattern is not the same as completing it. Awareness alone will not close the loop. Plenty of people can describe their wound in perfect detail and still repeat it next week. Insight is the map. It is not the walk. You complete a karmic lesson the moment you make the opposite choice while feeling the old fear. That's it. The loop ends not when the fear disappears, but when you feel it fully and choose differently anyway. Stay when you'd normally run. Speak when you'd normally shrink. Trust once where you'd normally test. Picture it as a door you've walked past 100 lifetimes. Every time, the same fear stopped you, so you turned around and took the long road again. Completing your karma isn't destroying the fear. It's feeling that same old fear, putting your hand on the handle anyway, and walking through. That's graduation. And here's the beautiful part. The instant you make that new choice, something shifts. The type of person you attract changes. The situations that used to find you stop finding you. Not because the universe rewarded you, but because you finished the lesson. You passed the class. There was never anything to repeat. So let's bring it home. Karma was never a punishment coming for you. It's a curriculum written by your own soul, showing up as 3 loops: your relationships, your reactions, and the belief underneath both. Read them, name your signature, and then feel the old fear and choose the opposite. That's how the pattern finally rests. This week, do one small thing. Catch your reflex once, just once, and make the opposite choice on purpose. That single act does more than a year of talking about it. Then tell me below, which loop is loudest in your life right now? The relationship, the reaction, or the belief? Just one word. Remember, this is for reflection and self-insight, a mirror for your own growth, not a fixed prediction of your fate.